And if that's your picture on how money is created.
As we always say, financial education is the most important thing you can focus on today, given this world and this economy and all the craziness that's going on. The more educated we get and the more experience and knowledge we have, the better off we're going to be prepared for whatever happens in this world. So today,
You have the Fed.
Yep.
And then you have the government treasury. And if that's your picture on how money is created.
That's right. Yeah.
In very simple terms, because this is the Rich Dad Show. We want to keep it simple.
Yeah.
And then the other thing that I thought was interesting was Janet Yellen was here. And today she's over here.
From the future. The two of them collude together to allow that borrowing from the future to be subsidized by your graph right there by creating fake money and not necessarily working with the real economy to help entrepreneurs, investors, young people, etc., basically move forward, because they're really fighting against this tidal wave of fake money coming from those institutions.
Okay, so where it affects Andy Tanner, money goes into the CEOs of Wall Street and they buy back their stock, which makes the stock market boom, but that money does not go to increase production. See, true money comes from production. Like if I'm a farmer and I produce cabbages, that's production. But what the Fed does against the money, Andy's boys in corporate America take that money, they buy back their stock, and they parachute out under capital gains, not total collusion with Wall Street.
There's been a detachment, as you said, from earnings and production. A real estate investor like Kim will say, what's the operating income? How much is this making? And if the business is making a lot of money, then it's a box that's cranking out cash. The box is worth a lot. We're not seeing that in Wall Street in terms of what they actually earn. What has happened is the demand for stocks is fueled by the ability to buy them with money more and more and more. And right now, the poor 401k guy is paying more money for less earnings than really almost any other time in history, other than the dot-com boom where no one made money. They were selling vaporware. So I'm very concerned. I think Nomi's work is critical because in school, we don't learn about central banking. We don't learn about the collusion. The simple graph the picture that Robert showed of borrowing from the future, which is really stealing from children, in my opinion. So this is what my message to people: learn as fast as you can, read collusion, get a coach, get educated like right now. Listen, my sisters are concert pianists. They've spent years learning how to play the piano. It's like me calling them up and asking for advice. Well, you seem to know which key to hit. I've got a concert I got to do next week. Can you catch me up quick? That you don't put the seatbelt on in the middle of the wreck.
What Andy is saying is you got to be prepared for it if it goes up and prepare it when it comes down. And the lie they've told all the baby boomers: invest for the long term in a well-diversified portfolio of stocks, bonds, mutual funds, and ETFs. That could be the most stupid thing you can do today. So the reason we have Andy as part of our team is he explains to people how you can make it going up, but you've also got to be prepared when it comes down. So this is all financial education, which is why we have coaching and things like this, because there's only one place in the world where there's one answer, and that's in school, a school teacher who knows nothing about money. So Andy is my expert on stocks and bonds and mutual funds. Andy, would you bet your life on a 401k?
Oh, I don't know what else to say. Look, people, no. I don't have a 401k. Look, the cash flow quadrant makes it simple. What do you want to be? Who do you want to become? Not what do you want to have, not what do you want to do, but who do you want to become? If you want to be an E for an employee, then that's what a 401k was designed for.
401ks are designed for these guys. IRAs are for these guys. I mean, you better come up with your own damn answers, because every answer you've been given.
Because more central bank money is going into the stock market. That's just the reality. So the economy is actually deflating as we speak, even if the price of wheat or the price of oil or even the price of gold are going up, because they're just not keeping up at the same time. And that's why I agree with you so much that as an investor, as someone who's not wanting to be dependent on an employer, and we all saw how well that worked out during the pandemic for so many millions of people, you have to be nimble, you have to get educated, and you have to both move yourself forward in your investments and protect yourselves from what happens when things go south. So it's like, when you're on a boat, you're not just, going to the left or going to the right with wind, you're literally moving it forward and rocking it from side to side in the process so you can get to the shore, so you can get to where you need to go safely.
So it's more the individual instead of the overall, what's happening in the world is very, very important. And also, what are you going to do about it yourself and with your family?